Hello, hello. Can we Americans truly go completely meatless? The average American eats about 220 pounds of meat a year. In fact, the projections from the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization are for about 2% growth in meat consumption in the U.S. through 2027. We are not flocking to vegetarianism, it seems. Vegans and vegetarians taken together account for maybe 10% of the U.S. population. So what are the barriers to going meatless? Paul Rosen has been thinking and writing about the role of meat in our kitchens and in our lives for a long time.
Well, what's holding people back is it tastes great. And we don't have a substitute that quite captures all of its taste and the range of taste that it has.
There are several other reasons why we might be reluctant to give up meat. For one, we're just so accustomed to eating meat. It's cheap and it's plentiful. Ardent meat eaters believe that meat has nutritional benefits that vegetables cannot provide. Several research studies find that meat eaters associate meat with masculinity. This can also explain why meat eaters, more so men, view vegetarianism as less masculine, even feminine. Now, some meat eaters see humans at the top of the food chain and therefore entitled to meat. Choosing to remain an omnivore content with a meat-based diet says something about you. Just like choosing to adopt veganism or vegetarianism says something else about you, something different, something potentially very different. Most of us don't want to be seen as weird. You don't want to be made fun of, thought less of, or even rejected, or to be seen as difficult by family and friends because they have to cater to your diet. So how do we shake loose from these tethers to meat eating? It's likely going to be a journey for you. And Dr. Rosen shared with me his journey so far to becoming a reducitarian.
So I reduced my mammal and bird intake about 90%. I still eat them. I eat them when they're served to me at home, someone's home. I eat them when I go to a really good restaurant and have something good. And I eat them when I feel that I'm eating what would otherwise be a waste product. One way of making a deal with yourself to manage trying to kill fewer animals and be better to the environment. So I've not eliminated conflict, but I've reduced it by sort of regularizing it and putting it in a more of a rule-based way.
You can tell from Paul Rosen's experience that what it means to go meatless is not a static proposition. You start somewhere, probably for more than one reason, say ethical and personal health concerns. Over time, you might add a motivation like concerns about the environmental impact of animal agriculture. Or you might go back to eating a more limited amount of, say, humanely raised meat